Hello everyone, I hope that you all are doing well. In this video we will discuss the topics from the first unit of grade 6, which is called the plants and humans as organisms. So eventually we will discuss parts of the plants and then systems that make up the human body. These are the terms that you will be able to learn by the end of this video. You may be familiar with some of the terms and some of the terms may come new to you. So eventually by the end of the video you will be able to learn all of them. Now the first topic of this unit is plants organs. Now before we discuss the organs of the plant, we will give a briefing about what plants really do. So we all know that plants are capable of producing their own food. Now any organism that can create its own food is called autotroph. Now auto stands for self, while troph stands for food. So autotrophs are the organisms that are capable of producing their own food, and it is a well-known fact that in the whole universe plants are the only organisms that can produce their own food. Now we all have seen that plants are of green color, especially their leaves. That is because they contain a green pigment or color that is called chlorophyll. Now chlorophyll is a very important chemical because that helps the plants to absorb energy from the sunlight and produce food. Without chlorophyll, plants cannot absorb the sunlight and they cannot produce food, and eventually they will die. Now, how the chlorophyll works? It is absorbs the heat energy that comes from the sunlight and converts that energy into food by the process known as photosynthesis. Again, here photo stands for light and synthesis stands for production. So production of food by the light is known as photosynthesis. So we can say that organs are the part of our body that help to perform different functions of our body. So eventually by performing different functions, they help in the smooth running of our body. As humans, we have heart, lung, brain, kidneys, and some other organs that are very important to our body, and they are the examples of the organs. Now, all the living things that are made up of different organs, they are also known as organisms. So plants are also an organisms. We human beings are also organisms and also known as living organisms. So the four basic parts of the plants are the flowers, leaves, stems, and roots. So plants are eventually quite more simpler as compared to the humans. They have only four basic parts known as leaves, flowers, stems, and roots. So this is a tomato plant, and you can consider these tomatoes as flowers. Now the first and most important part of the plant is the leaves. So as mentioned before, why they are important? They are important because they contain chlorophyll, and chlorophyll helps in the production of food by absorption of the sunlight. After that, the second important part is the flowers. The flowers are also known as the reproductive organs of the plants. Now they produce seed and fruits, and those seeds when germinated produce the plants. So that is why they are also very important. If the seeds are not produced, or if the fruits are not produced, then eventually there will be no germination and no plants will be produced. So that is why flowers are also very important. Now stems and roots, these both organs, they work together to hold the plant firmly on the ground, especially during the floods, during the storm. If the stems and the roots are strong enough, they hold the plant, they hold the trees on the ground. Even if they are not, then the plant are tear apart. Other than that, the roots help in the absorption of water and minerals, and we know that this water is very, very important in the process of photosynthesis. So these are the four basic parts of the plants that you all need to know: flowers, leaves, roots, and stems, along with their functions. So till now we have discussed that plants are also known as autotrophs because they are able to make their own food. Leaves of the plants contain chlorophyll that helps in the absorption of heat energy from the sunlight. Plants use that heat energy to produce food by the process known as photosynthesis. The four important parts of the plant are leaves, flower, stem, and roots. If we look at the functions, leaves help in the photosynthesis, flowers are the reproductive organ of the plants, roots help in absorption of water and minerals from the soil, and eventually they provide it to the leaves for the photosynthesis, and together with the stem, they hold the plant firmly on the ground.